MT Off-Road here today with the ALFA. Got a tire change to do on this thing, and I refuse to spend $4,000 on a set of tires in town. Just not gonna happen. Anyway, I ordered a set of tires online, $1,500 shipped to the door, and gonna go ahead and change them out on here. Not too hard to change out. I'm gonna show you how to do it. A lot of people can do this, I'm just not really sure how to do it. So let's get into this and put some new tires on the ALFA and get ready for this summer. All right, first thing you want to do is on your cover, there's 3 of these fake little caps that come off. Under the cap, I use an 1 5/8" socket, goes on here, and you'll have to remove all 3 of those to get your hubcap off. All right, hubcaps off. Second layer of hubcaps off. As you can see, my hub fluid, my drain was loose. This is a good time to check this out. And this just takes a regular gear oil, 75, 90 weight, 80, 90 weight gear oil. Pop the cover off. You got a minimum fill line there. Just make sure that thing's full. Onto the lug nuts. These are torqued on with a few 100 pounds of torque. So what I've got, I bought a torque multiplier wrench off of eBay, and I'll include a link in the description down there. Quite funny reading the Chinese directions on this thing, but either way, it works. I'll show you how it works. Oh, not that one. That one. That one. Comes with a couple of sockets in the box. 33 millimeter is what goes right under the lug nuts. On your torque multiplier, you got this leg here. This leg is going to want to go on the opposite side, so it hits the lug nut next to it and stops it, which allows it to turn. This is a 1 in 64 ratio, so every 64 turns here, you get 1 turn on your lug nut. It's got a handle and an extension. Go ahead and put the handle on here. See, as I'm turning this to loosen it, the body is going opposite direction, which will stop up against there. I'll bring you in. Okay, here you can see the body of it up against the stud and the socket on there. Just go ahead and turn this. You can see it's loosening that lug nut there. Already loose. Okay, now that all 10 of the lug nuts are loose with the torque multiplier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the stabilizer down, the leveler jack, and whew, that's a lot of work. I'm going to lower the stabilizer jack down to get the tire off of the ground, and then I'm going to put a block underneath the front axle and release the stabilizer so all the stress isn't on there and it's not hanging on the airbag. Tires off the ground, now time for the block. Okay, front axle's blocked up. Stabilizer jack is back in the recessed position. I got it held up with a bottle jack. That way the tire's spinning. Now we can pull lug nuts off. Buster! Now for the lug nuts, I don't have a 33 millimeter on a 3/4 drive, but an 1 5/16 works just as well. All right, now if you have a spare, you're ready to pull this off and put your spare back on. But since I'm changing out tires, we're going to go aside and dismount and mount some new tires. But it may be a little bit labor intensive, not a whole lot, but it's a whole lot faster and cheaper than waiting for that service truck on the side of the road wasting half your day. Let's get this inside and change the tire. One of the tools you're going to want for this job is a valve core removal tool. You can pick these up at auto parts stores, farm supply stores. Got my tire pressure monitor cap. Go ahead and pull this valve core. Now you got to be careful. Remember, these are under 100 pounds of pressure, so if you lose this valve core, it's going to fly off like a rocket and you're never going to find it again. Now just flopping this down on the front side of the rim was almost enough to break the bead, and bouncing on it, that was enough to break the bead on this side. So we'll soap this up, flip it over the other side, and break the bead. Just a little bit of soapy water, that's all. That's all you need. See that? Beads off. Get a little soap down there to lube it up. Let's take this thing off. Okay, now that the bead is broke and soaked on both sides, I'm going to take the tire tool here. It's on these little rollers. And push it in. We'll get this flipped up in there. Now you're going to want to step on the tire so it goes down into the middle of the rim, into the recess. Woo. Like that. There it is. Pretty simple. Now for the other bead. And the other bead, you're going to want to get this into the tire. And the bottom of that little fork goes underneath the second bead. Then you can just get in here and lean back. And there you are. One tire off the rim. Ready for new ones. Now this is what I was talking about. It goes under the tire. The roller goes on the inside of the rim. This goes down. This goes underneath the outer bead, and then just rolling it back peels that tire right off the rim. Now as far as putting it on, similar to taking it off, you got your soapy water. I'm running a 295 75 22.5 wheel tire. So let's go ahead and let's get this on the rim, show you how easy it is. Make sure and soap up the bead real good. Now a lot of times these should just go on by themselves. There's one bead. Soap up this one. Now ready for the second bead. Okay, to put this second bead on, we're soaped up. We've got a little bead holder here. And we're going to take our tool and get this bead on. With the long tools, gives you some nice leverage, so it's not that hard to do. There it is. Dismount and mount. Now let's fill it up with air. Oh, first we're going to balance it. Okay, to balance these tires, I'm using Balnce Beads. It's a glass bead. They don't break, they don't destroy tires or rims or anything. And according to the manufacturer, they call for 10 ounces in each one of these tires, or 12 ounces if it's on a dual. So being this one's going to go on the front, I'm going to put 10 ounces of beads in this tire, and that'll balance it for me. This brand is Silverback Magnums. We'll take the scale here, we'll zero the scale. Scale is zeroed. Comes with a little scoop. Now we're going to put 10 ounces of beads in this tire. All right, got the 10 ounces of beads. Going to go ahead and put that on tire and air it up. There we have it. Mounted, balanced, all filled up with air. 100 PSI. I went ahead and put new valve stems in this. Got my tire pressure monitors right back on there. So now let's get it back on the coach. Well, there you have it, all back on, looking all shiny and new and pretty. Definitely a little time consuming, not too bad, but definitely worth it to save a bunch of money. Like I said, I think I saved $2,500 doing this myself, and one's done, and now just 5 more to do, and we'll be ready to hit the road this summer. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment if you got any questions, and I'll include the link of the tires that I bought and the tools that I bought. Have a great day. All right, we have made it back from our trip out to California from Montana. Covered a little over 3,100 miles, and I just wanted to give a road report on these double cooling tires I picked up. Really affordable tire, and I want to say I had 0 issues with them. They balanced out really well when I put them on. They tracked good down the road. They don't make any noise. Never had any problems in any way, shape, or form with them. No issues whatsoever. So I can recommend the double coin tires from the times that I've had them. And like I said, I haven't had them real long. We just put these on. But right after I put them on, took a 3,100 mile road trip from Montana through Idaho or Oregon and California and Nevada and Idaho and Utah. And so we made a big trip with them, and I'm really pleased. So if you're looking for an affordable tire, check these out. There'll be a link in the description of where I bought mine. Have a great day. God bless you.